What we gonna do now? Reduce, reuse, resource, recycle. Go. It's the time. Recycle. The time. Recycle. Yeah, come on. Oh, yeah. Everybody listen up now. I know you're feeling the love now.
Over with Jeremy, we have some examples of some paper containers that can be recycled. This old salt container is made out of thin corrugated cardboard. This could go into your paper products container, as well as these flat cardboard boxes. Again, you should empty any food material that's within them, and they can be tossed right in your paper products container with the rest of the paper products that we will review.
Do these need to be flattened when they go into the recycling container?
No, they don't. We put them in a compactor truck. Our truck does a pretty good job of flattening paper. It's up to the resident. If you wanted to flatten them to provide yourself with additional space in your recycling container, you can do that, but it really isn't necessary.
What else is recyclable?
Well, we have an array of paper products that residents of the city should also be recycling. There's some examples of that on the table here. The weekly Gazette can be placed in the container, together with junk mail, some office paper, old magazines. Maybe you got a new phone book and you want to get rid of the old one. Any type of paper, corrugated cardboard can be placed in there. This is a larger quantity of corrugated cardboard. Again, if it doesn't fit in your container, you can place it in the container. It doesn't want to fit. All right, and some boxes are huge, refrigerator boxes. Perhaps you're fortunate enough to be able to afford one of the new flat screen televisions. That type of cardboard can be either placed out like this, inside of a box, or bundled with a piece of twine. This here is an example of what we don't want to see. It's a cardboard box, large box. It has some packaging material in it and some trash.
What do I do with all this?
The resident would place the packaging material in their non-recyclable trash container. So this is all trash. This type of material would all go into the trash. What's left would be the cardboard box. Again, flatten the box out and either tie it or set it out like this, or place it in with your paper products. You do not want to put boxes out that contain packaging material like plastic or styrofoam pellets or styrofoam protection material. Again, this contaminates that corrugated cardboard. All of the other packaging material should go in the trash, and just the corrugated cardboard box should either be placed in your paper products container or set alongside of it. If you have a lot of cardboard that's big and bulky, you'd want to put some twine around that just to keep it from blowing around. And all of that corrugated cardboard, along with your paper products, would be recycled for you.
You know, Carl, one thing that I see an awful lot of is pizza boxes. Is there an exception to that rule?
Any paper products should not have any grease or food waste or any foreign substances on it. Unfortunately, in many instances, the pizza box has got half the pizza stuck to it. We really don't want any cheese, mushrooms, or pepperoni in your paper container. So it's only clean corrugated cardboard or clean paper. Some people actually get a little confused, and they'll take animal feces, will end up on newspapers. People paper train their pets. If you're going to paper train your pet, we would prefer you not do that on newspapers because they are recyclable. But if something like that were to happen, you want to place that in your trash. Some people use newspapers for painting when they're painting, so that the drops of paint don't go on the floor. Again, that paint would contaminate that material and render it as non-recyclable.
Carl, what about paper clips and staples in paper? Can we recycle that?
Sure. It's not necessary that you remove every paper clip or every staple. Once this material is collected separately, we bring it to a materials recovery facility, and they have the capability there to remove that type of foreign debris from the paper before it gets remanufactured into a new product.
Carl, what type of containers are acceptable for our paper products?
Again, just like tin, plastic, and glass, depending on the customer's need, some residents may not generate that much paper product, in which case a smaller container is perfectly acceptable, or they may generate a little bit more, so a container like this would be acceptable. People would take the decals, again provided by the city, identifying them as paper products. Adhere these decals to either side of the container, and when they place this out to the curb for collection, the truck that picks up paper products would identify this as containing recyclable paper and stop and collect it. What we don't want to see is containers that are that large, like this container right here. We want to limit it to 40-gallon capacity or under. Again, our men have to physically lift these containers to dump them into the truck. If you have a container this large, it can become very heavy, filled with newspaper and magazines. They're unable to lift it. We certainly don't want our employees to get injured. And again, if they could keep the containers to about this size or smaller, we would prefer that. If you generate more than one of these containers of paper product a week, you could certainly use two. We will give you additional stickers if you require them, but try to keep the container to this size here, approximately 35 gallons or smaller.
Carl, we've covered tin, plastic, and glass. We've covered paper. What else is there that's recyclable?
Our yard waste.